Hello, good evening. May I have Mama?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Uh, so today we are going to start our first session regarding this project planning and controlling sessions. So as I described in these introductory sessions, the first sessions, the first part, so that means including the project planning and controlling concept and application of MS project and Primavera. That is the first phase. So we are going to conduct that into nearly 5 to 6 sessions. After that, only from the 7th session, we are going to start this 4D BIM, especially the Navisworks and this Bexel Manager. So before we going to start this planning softwares and also the 4D BIM softwares, we should have the detailed idea about the project planning and especially the basic concept of this project management. So today I'm going to try to complete this all 5 parts. At least I'm going to try this up to the lesson 3, the project definition and the project characteristics and the project management process. And during my lectures, if you have any clarifications or any doubts, please just put a text because we are limited time, just 1 or 2 hours. So it is difficult to discuss during the lectures. But once the lectures complete, I will discuss with the problems and the issues with you. If there is issues, major issues regarding my lectures. So the project definitions. When we think about the project and the project definitions, so you know that the construction industry, in compared to other industry, it's more complex. If you ask from anyone, they are telling that construction is one of the most complex industry, because the main reason is the cost and the durations. We are having the initial cost is very high. Also, the time period we are taking to complete a project is too long. So because of that, number of disputes and conflicts and number of problems are facing by the construction team. So that's why it is a very complex project. So when you think about the terms, there are a number of definitions for the project. So there are particular definition is have mentioned in this BS 6079 to 2000 project management vocabulary. So they are in that they are mentioning that the project is a unique process consisting set of coordinate and controlled activity with a start and finish dates. That means the construction project should have a start date as well as the completion date, and also it should cover the all project constraints such as time, cost, and resources. So that is the main definitions which is mentioned under the BS 6079 regarding the project management. So in the previous slide, I have mentioned that there's a word that undertaking to achieve the object conformance specific requirement, including the constraints of time, cost, and resources. This is the main requirement of the construction project. So we are always discussing what is the time, cost, and the resources. So we had always try to manage these 3. So next steps, when you discuss about the characteristics of this project, so and I already told that this construction industry is very different from this other industry. So we have particular characteristics that I have mentioned here, that unique demand and unique locations and the unique constraints and unique product. So there should be especially the construction project initiate with the requirement of the client. So according to his requirement, we are going to start a project. So there is a unique demand. So without his requirement or without his demand, there is nothing called projects. So, and also second, the project is complete from the inception stage to completion date. There should be a locations is going to construct, and also the unique constraints. That's the things we are going to involve. So then the other things we are going to talk more about this unique constraint. That means cost, time, and the quality. And also the final product. So whatever the things, whatever the techniques, whatever the project management and the planning and the effort taking by the professionals to give a final product to this employer, what he required. So this is the project constraint. So as you know, if you are the, I'm thinking that most of you know, most of you have learned about this during your academic periods. That means the project constraints, we always try to achieve these three constraints, especially time, performance, and cost. Generally, we are maintaining this as a triangle, because when it's one aspect, especially if you the time is going to overrun, it automatically impact on this on the others. That means the quality and the cost. If you have this, and always we try to complete the projects in the earlier. When we have to also, if you try to complete the project with the earlier, and but in that time we always think that to without achieving the quality, there is no use to complete the project in earlier. And also we can reduce the cost, or we can cut the cost without achieving the quality. So always we have to maintain these three constraints, otherwise there is no use of that output of the project. So we always, when we are planning and we are executing, always we have to consider about these three aspects. So especially when we are telling about that, always telling the quantity surveys are only thinking about the cost. They don't think about this other aspects, especially the performance. So but not like that. As a quantity surveys, if you are practicing as a QS as well as de-performing as a value engineering concept, in always we have to think that the time as well as the quality. So in nowadays, in some kind of project, we have they are using another important activity, that is called safety. Because safety, as you know, that safety, especially the safety factors we are discussing for the some kind of different projects, especially the railways, mining, tunnel, the high risk projects. Normally in the construction, normal building projects also there's a risk, but those kind of projects is more risk compared to other projects. So because of that, they are including the safety also under the constraint. So they are always giving the importance for the cost, time, quality, as well as equal. They are giving the importance to the safety compared to these other projects. So that's why nowadays we always try to this diamond, maintaining the diamond as a project constraints to achieve the final output. So now we are going, because earlier told that we have to go to discuss about the project planning. Our main intention is not to discuss about the project management is a big area and a big subject. So we are not going to discuss about the project management, and we are going to discuss about the project planning and what are the tools and the project planning and controlling, and what are the tools we are going to use for that. So, but in order to do that, we need a clear idea about the project management. So in here we are going to tell you what is the project management. So if you can read this, then the project management is, they are mentioning that the project management is a mixture of the administration, planning, experience, analysis, people skills, political leadership, and vitality flux. That means if you are a project manager, so project manager is not a particular professional. That means project manager, there is nothing called project manager. If the project manager, if the quantity surveyor or architect or the surveyor or the civil engineers, all can become the project manager, because the project management, he should have the knowledge on the technical and commercial. With that, his management quality, if you have these all qualities, he can become a good project manager. That is the requirement of the project managers, not is only the subject matter. So most people are thinking that the civil engineers only can become or the engineers only become the project managers. There is nothing called, because if you are a civil engineer, he knows only the structural part. He doesn't know what is the electrical, what is the services part. As well as if you are the electrical engineer become the project manager, he doesn't know regarding the civil works and the other works. Same as for the architects as well as the QS. But as a project manager, he can't, with a particular knowledge, he should develop his knowledge in this all aspects. That means the technical as well as the commercial. If you, as a quantity service, if you like to become a project manager, definitely you should develop your skills on the technical, because as a quantity survey, you can handle the document part, especially in the commercial management, you may good, but in the technicals, there are people who are working in the industry, they can handle this technical part easily. So if they because if they develop his academic knowledge and if he has enhanced knowledge in this project management knowledge and also in this academic commercial management and the technical management, definitely they should have good future in the project management path. So second, I'm just telling that project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project requirements. That's why I'm telling that again. So that means project management is not a subject or is not a technical subject. It's what we are going to apply regarding our knowledge, skills, and tools, techniques, and we are applying those things in order to project management, achieve this project management process. So that we are going to discuss in the slides. That means initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. So in order to complete this project management process, he should have the knowledge and skills as well as the tools and techniques. So we are going to learn here what are the skills and the tools and the techniques. So the project manager need to know. So, and next, what is the requirement for why we need to talk about this project management and these other points? So when you think that earlier I told that the construction project is not like other project, is very complex, and which makes a project very complex to the others. And also there are a number of parties, number of process, number of works from the initial stage, and the period is very long. So this management process is very difficult, and we have to appoint a number of stakeholders time to time to the project. And also there are a number of disputes and conflicts may arise with these suppliers and the subcontractor with the other stakeholders. So when you have to, but our final output, we can't do any reasons, and we have to complete the project within the cost and the time duration. So for that, we need effective management project. That means this project management. So before go for the project management, I think we should know what is this REBA plan of works. So you may heard same like this project management. Definitely you studied regarding this REBA plan of work, Royal Institute of RAB plan of work. So this RAB plan of work is giving you good guidance to the process of the construction. It's not giving the project management process, but this RAB plan of work mentioning the process of the construction process, from the initiation stage, inception stage to until the in use. So if I so in this slide, so if you go for this RAB plan of work, so they have mentioned, if you are going to start, if you don't have the clear idea from the stage 1 strategy definition up to use, they are mentioning what are the tasks in the construction process. So we need to get a clear idea about this before going to the project management. So if you get that, so I earlier told that any project is going to start with the requirement of the employer. That means from the brief of this employer. So initially when we go a project, the employer come and he will discuss and he will give his requirement that is discussed on this the stage 0. That means he's going to give his brief, and he discuss those brief with his team, especially the consultant team, or if you have said particular team, so he allocate and discuss regarding his budget and the requirement. Based on that, the architect preparing the sketch drawings and his intentions. And once he identified that with his budget limit and which is concept, he can move to the next projects. Then only they will start to prepare the briefing of the project. So in the brief, in the initial idea, based on the idea of that the employer, the architects or the designers will start to brief number of schematic and SketchUp drawings and prepare the brief idea and other documents. What are things we have to know in the initial stage? Everything they will prepare under project briefing. And also they will do the study regarding the feasibility studies, and also regarding the outline, for not a detailed program, outline programs, and about the budget and how we can money resources, how we can gain. So those kind of details they will do this in the briefly they will identify, especially in this quantitative survey. You studied about this cost planning, that means the elemental, the historical cost analysis. Those kind of things are we are doing this in the first and second stage. So when we prepare the brief, then we move to this concept designs. Concept designs is not a detailed design in the detailed things, but in this drawing, this concept drawing having the what is the requirement of the detailed requirement of that the final output. So because from this stage we are going to start the detailed design and going to start the main important process of the tendering process. So in that they are preparing the concept design and within the cost plan and what are the every breakdown and the work breakdowns and everything we finalize this during the concept designs. So later we will start these tender actions and we're preparing the documentations and the drawings and whatever the procurement path, if we are going to go with the traditional or design and the traditional or any other path, we will finalize and we will go for the tendering actions. And once the tendering action is going and we will open for the pre-qualification or any method and we evaluate and find a suitable bidder, and then we will move to the and award the contract to this contractor and they will start his jobs. And during that we will going to do the constructions, and once the job is going, so he will hand over and also will monitor during the in use. So this is the whole process. The RABF plan of work is totally mentioned about the complete process of the constructions. It's not mentioning about a particular job or task. So that's the I'm telling that before we doing that project management or planning, we should have the clear idea about the RABF plan, because the RABF plan of if you are working for a contractor, so you are involving in a particular part of this RABF plan of work. If you are working for an employer, also you have to work a particular part. So this RABF plan of work, however, this all from the life cycle stages is covering through this RABF plan of work. But when you go into the project management process, it's mainly focusing to the particular, especially in the construction team, only involving this project management process. So this is the project management process, what you should know before go for the next step. So project initial, there's mainly 5 steps: project conception and initiations, then the project definition and planning, and the third one is project long and execution, and project performance and control. Finally, that project closeout. So we are going to highlight the second one. So because we are going to mainly focus to the second one, that means the project definitions and planning. So as I earlier told regarding this RABA plan of work, the first stage is the project conception and the initiations. That means the project is the owner or the employer is give his ideas and he'll start and he'll tell his initiation to start a project. Then as I have mentioned is from that stage we will start regarding the feasibility, whether the project is whether it's any feasibility to continue with the project, or there is an output or outcome. We are especially we have the thinking about the business case. I will discuss about what is this business case and what are the things we have to do in the project planning in the latest lectures. Second one, I told that very important for us is the project definition for these modules, project definitions and planning. So the project definition and planning in here may then once that employee accept, and when he start when he asks that when we ask and when we did that detailed studies and we have to go on the projects. So now onwards we have to plan regarding these projects, whether this project we can achieve this project and how we can achieve this project, what are the tasks we have to give to the stakeholders, and how we can monitor this project and how we can control what are the difficulties, what are the risks we can face during the project. If there is a risk and if there is a problems, how we can overcome, in everything we can detailedly doing during the planning stage. So whatever the if our planning is wrong and if you are fail in our planning, definitely we will face. That's the main reason the all construction projects if you are there's a status in out of 10 projects in not only Sri Lanka, in every country, out of 10 projects, 9 projects are facing this trouble. That means one is cost overrunning, other one the construction delay. So this is not only the 1 or 2 project, out of 10 project, 9 projects are facing this kind of issues. So we have to, when we have to overcome these issues, definitely we should have the clear idea about that planning concept, how we can plan. So what are the outline and what is the task, what are those, we have to identify our stakeholders, we have to identify their capabilities and how we can, what are the job we are going to do, what is the details of the drawing, is there anything missing. So that time we have to do a details design and details or detailed planning from the initial stage. So for that, in construction nowadays we are asking to prepare a planning and do using these two popular methods: settings goal is smart and clear. So during the project management, now always they are requiring the project managers before start the project, before start the construction, or before offer the any actions, asked to do a planning process using this smart or clear method. So when you think about this smart method, so this method is ensure the goals have been thoroughly vetted. It also provide a clearly understand and implication of goal setting process. So according to these smart goals, there's a 5 words, SMART. The first one is specific. So when coming to the specific, we should specifically, we have tell that what do I want to accomplish and why is this goal is involved, who is involved, where it is located, which resources or limits are involved. Those kind of things we have to clearly and specifically we have to identify it. Without identifying those things, we can't move on. Especially if you are going to do the construction, we should have the clear idea what kind of building we are going to do that, and why is the why we are going to do these projects, and what is the method we are going to use, and where is going to locate, and what is the transport and everything, and what are the resources we are going to, what is the limitation of resources, everything specifically we have to mention. And it's also, it's simple, sensibly and significant. And also we can't elaborate and we can tell those things in very complex manner. We can have to tell that. Second one, always when you're planning, our plan should be measurable and meaningful and motivating. So when you consider about the measurables, so we know that we should particularly have to tell that how much or how many, how long we can accomplish, and how much the cost is going to, what is the labor force strength, and what are the materials we have to use, how many materials and days, those kind of things we should measure. And those figures and the measurable figures should be meaningful. Otherwise, without we can't tell that some guessing and everything we can't tell. We should give a meaningful figures. And the third one is this achievable. So then we have to there's a number of plan, we can do the plans, but we should know that whether we can achieve this plan. So whether we have that and that means achieve, how we can achieve, and we have the idea. So how is it possible to achieve, how we can achieve that, and how realistic is those. So we may can plan uncommon plan or designs, but we should have an idea whether with our resources, with our capability, with our labors, whether we can achieve those things. Those kind of things should be considered about this achievable and is relevant. When come to the relevant, so this is reasonable or realistic. Same as I tell that whether we have achieved, also we have to consider there's a requirement, or this plan or this kind of design or this kind of drawings or this kind of buildings is a reasonable or realistic. So, and also this requirement is the right time, this project is going to in a right time, or sometimes we may feel that this is not a suitable time to start this project may start in another 1 year, or otherwise it's had to start. Because if you are the business case and the business purpose, you always think about the reason and everything. And also what is the current situation of this social, economical, and everything. So we have consider about the sustainability and everything. We have to think regarding these relevant items. And finally, is the time bound. Time bound, we have already discussed detail. It's one of the main requirement. So we have to plan that. So whether we can achieve this, that, and how we can achieve that, how long it's going to take. This time duration is practicable time duration. Those kind of things we have to think regarding our planning stage. And second one, also we are using the clear. So our goal and the planning should be a clear. For that, the first they mentioned the collaboratives. The goal should that, as I mentioned, this in the construction industry, number of not only one or two, there are number of different kind of employees and the stakeholders and staffs are working. So we need a good collaborations among them. Especially that's why we are always discussing about the team development process in the construction industry, because to make this development. So we should have the clear idea, or we do whether we can encourage the employee to, if you give a plan so that our employees and these other stakeholders not ready to work, so there's no any collaborate, we can create a collaborate among them. And the limited, so they should be limited. And also I'm telling that every project need a scope and the design, and we should have a scope, particular scope. So and we have to tell that all works and everything limited to our scope, and also it can manageable with this with the time and the scope. And emotionless. So when we are giving the task to our employees, they should have to like to work, and they should have maximum effort to this to achieve that. For that, when we are giving the task or allocating this planning to them, so we always it should be the emotional part to them to achieve and give their output. And also when we are giving to the task, it is very difficult if they are giving a big task for a particular person. So better we are giving to them a task, or when we are during that MS project or Primavera, I'll teach it how we can break the big task in the small task, and how we can allocate the resources, especially the labor forces and the employees to the task. So when we give a small task, then they will get a confident enough and motivate to work, than to give a big task to them. Then we'll think that, so I have to do this work in for 4 to 5 years, than to to reduce and to control those kind of things, we can give them a small tasks for a particular 2 to 3 durations kind of number of tasks we can give, but we have to break down those tasks. And how we can in a number of situations we can rise during the construction. We can't tell that what other situations will arise. So in those situations, how we can achieve and how we can change to our course. So these main thing, whatever that, so you have to make clear idea about the smart and clear during our planning process. So without that clear idea, so that's the thing. So everyone can, if you know about this MS project or Primavera, you can put the breakdown and put the days and the resources and the cost and everything. But your plan and the planning process, if you are to effective and protective manner, for that you should have the clear idea about this. What is this project planning, and also what is how we can planning in the initial stage, especially, but how can what are the factors we have to consider during the planning. So this is the third stage. So once you have complete that stage, planning stage, we will start to execution. That means mainly this is come to the during the construction stage. So as I told that that during the construction there are 3 kind of meeting we are holding. That means in the initial stage we are conducting the pre-bid meeting, that you'll know that before or for a contract, or before during the tender stage, before tender submission, we are calling our bidders to come, and if there are any clarification on the bid, we are giving the clarification, and after that only they are submitting this bid. This is before selecting a suitable contractor. But once one contractor is selected, during the time we are conducting a meeting, the kick-off meeting. And also finally we are going to project close out meeting. These are the 3 main meetings I think advance it's holdings. We are not other. There's a progress meeting and the progress review meetings. We are time to time, and the weekly we are conducting. But these three meetings in a one time we are doing during the project stage. So in this kickoff meetings, we are doing this on this stage, that means project launch and executions. In that time, we are getting our contractors and these other stakeholders and everything, and we are discussing and giving to them their task, and we will check whether they can do or not. Everything we are doing this through these kickoff meetings. So these are the main tasks during the executions. Develop, we have to team and assign resources, execute project management plan, project management, execution tracking system, task assignment and status meeting, update project schedules, modify project plans as needed. So these are the things we are going to apply in this. These things we are not going to do it from a book or this any note. We are going to do this through the MS project or Primavera, whatever the analysis tool that we are using. So we have to break the team and assigning the team to our work breakdown, and also we have the planning, and also we have to schedule what is the tracking method, how we are going to execute their methods. So then third stage, and sorry, fourth stage also, then once we plan and we have start the works, so we have to check that whether the work is going in a smooth manner. So that means whether they are doing what the work is going in a good manner, what we planned. So for that, we are using these key performance indicators. So in this stage, so this is another important stage for you for the candidate service, especially another requirement that we have to learn for the MS project and this Primavera softwares. We will teach how we can monitor and the control. As I told that this concept also, we are planning and controlling. So once we are going to plan the program and allocate the resources and this schedule and everything, after that schedules, we will going to start the project. But during the construction, definitely we will meet a number of issues without sometimes beyond our control, some are not beyond our control. So in those situations, we have to handle this through the key performance indicators. So when we go for these key performance indicators, especially there are a number of key performance indicators, the project to project, it may change. So what we have to identify that key performance indicators are used in monitor and the tracking. So if I allocate a project, for example, so I allocate for a 1 month for the completion of the first to second floor from the floor level to slab level, not only the structural work, for the column reinforcement, formwork, concreting, again the formwork of the slab and reinforcement, concreting, I am allocating the 30 days with my maximum resources of the 50 labors, and also steel, rebar and everything I have completed in my plan. So now I'm coming to the actual point of the project. And during that tour, because of we couldn't get this material on time, so if you take these kind of time, so it's very difficult to get the reinforcement bars and the cement, so automatically the delay will happen. So in that time, we will start to track based on that particular plan. We will have a baseline, and we'll start to track what is the delay, how many days we got delays, and what is the reason for that, and what is the and what are the final outputs. So if I may delay in 4 days, will it the 4 days will impact to the final output, because there is a I will teach what is the critical path and the float events, because during the MS projects and the Primavera slides we will discuss about that, what is the predecessors and successes, and because of that what is the impact, and also the cost rate. So we have planned 20,000 to complete the rebar work for 1 ton. So what is the actual works? The practical company, sometimes it may be at these days more than 40, 50, 60 thousands. So these are when you the project management, and that means the key performance indicators, always we have to consider about these kind of things. That means whether we have the project performance indicators are the project objectives. Mainly we are always targeting our objectives, whether we have our within our budget for the cost we are going, and also our deliverables. So always we are trying to get this final output. So we have achieve that, and also effort and cost tracking. We have to definitely that always we have to think. So if I am working for a contractor, so always I have to think to my he's my employer, not the employer of the client. So this is my employer. So I have to always thinking about his profit. So I had to reduce his unwanted expenses and have to get him the profit and his profit percentage chances. And also the project performance. Always we have to track that. I'm told that in this we have to maintain, we have always we have to think about that time, cost and quality. Because of that, for the cost we can't satisfy the performance or the performance, that means the quality. So we have to balance that with that cost tracking and the time tracking, as well as the quality is achieving. So once we complete this, the final stage is the project closeout stage. So in each and every project, during the project, we will face number of problems. So that is discussed under the project close. Especially we will conduct the project post-mortem report or post-mortem meetings. Under that meeting, we will discuss what are the difficulties, what are the challenges, what are the faults we faced, and then we will prepare a report and the checklist and hand out to the project. So it will not help for that completed project, but it will give a good idea for the planning team, especially if you are going to if you are going to do a planning, getting the any post-mortem report of that particular company, the previous project. In that you will get a number of idea, because they have include the difficulties faced by this team in the earlier projects. So those kind of things give a very good idea for us to start with our new projects. So this is the main process, because I'm didn't going to deal with that detailed matters. So I may try to focus you the what is the project management concept, and the project concept and the project planning. And also, before I start going through the MS project and the Primavera, I have to confirm that whether you have the software. Do you have that softwares of the MS project and the Primavera in your computers, or do you have that? Because without it is no use me without just telling that regarding this MS project and the Primavera. So I have to give the link and the method to the how to install this MS project and the Primavera. Do you have software? So you need to give that files and the installation method.
We don't have.
So do you have any problems on this? Okay, so I will give this. The chat box, I'll put the drive link, so you can download this Primavera software from here. And also Primavera software is just a little bit different from this. So this, and you can refer. And also I'll give that PDF to how to install this. And so do you have any anything to ask regarding this the project planning and this and the project management process? Because from tomorrow, so from the next class, I'm going to detail start. So today we have just planned to just give an introduction only, and our main option intention to the today's sessions not to conduct the lectures, than to get the idea about you because I have to know about your knowledge on this project management and this sorry, this MS project and the Primavera software. So do you have any already have an idea about that? Did you use Ola in a basic level? Because if you all have any idea about that, I can start from that level. Otherwise, we have to go from the basic level. That's why I'm asking. So it is better to ask from the basic level or in the general levels.
So can you start from the basic level?
Basic level, okay. Then I will prepare that slide and giving the from the basic level. So that slide you can use that. So I'm going to conduct those subjects. I'm going to give you the slides. Then the from slides I mentioned what is the steps, and there's a picture and how we are going to do that. So it will give a clear idea to how to do that. And second things also, from the first day I will give you a drawing means there's a normal 2D drawing and also with a 3D drawing, because the requirement of the 2D and the 3D drawing, without that we can go for the drawing without go for the drawing, but if you go without the drawing, there is no use to go for that BIM 4D. So in that time you will struggle again, you have to start this all action for the 3D drawing. So that's why I'm trying to we at least we have to go with this 2D drawing. And also there's a 3D I have to submit. What about your, do you have any Revit and other softwares with the 3D drawing or cut AutoCAD? So please install these kind of softwares. And if you have any problems, I will give you that my email address or WhatsApp number. So I will send you the all, because it is just installing is MS project, and this AutoCAD and Revit, I don't think that means you will feel difficulties. But during this Primavera and some Navisworks, you may face some difficulties. If you are good in IT and can handle, you can easily do that, but others sometimes you may face difficulties on that. So I will send you this all whatever the required software, especially that AutoCAD and Revit. AutoCAD and Revit we are not going to teach you, but to read the drawing and read the model, you need this AutoCAD and Revit. And second, especially you need to install MS Project, Primavera, Naviswork, and Excel Manager. And in this case, this Excel Manager little bit difficult to give the link to all. So whatever all are the students, so in industrial people, if you are students, the easy for me to get. If you are especially the university students like ANU or the University of Moratuva or any other kind of institute, I can get you the student membership, and you can use that for 1 year through the Excel Manager only. And for the industrial peoples, if you have mentioned me your name, so I have to get you in another way while talking with this Excel Manager team, and I can get down that software key, because it is very difficult to crack or using that. For the other software you can use this crack for other things, but for the Excel Manager software you can't use this crack. There's not cracks are available. So you need to get the original version from the original version, not original versions. We have to the official or academic or in student version from the team, from their consulting team, the Excel Manager. So they will provide for the academic purpose. So you can use that for 1 year, and you can use practice. And also if you are going to work for any places, you can use that also. That's not an issue for that. So I can arrange that for the students. It is very easy, just get that. If you give your student that email address, there will be a serial number will come to, and the setup file and the serial come automatically to your university email, and then you can download and install. There's a process how to install it, so you can download and install that for the students. But in the professional people who are not the students and working for in the industries, please give your email address and also your name, so I can get your license in a separate manner. And also if you are students, better give your student email ID, so we can directly get the code. Because, and also don't forget that after once you install that, don't try to use that in another machine, so it will not work. Also, if you uninstall and uninstall also, it will not work. And if there is a if you format your machine, so anything you have to go another, you have to get another key, and also for the next 1 year. So there should be a one key can work for the one computer for this Bexel manager. And for the Navis work and this Primavera and this MS project, this is not a big issue because most of there's people are using the cracked version. It's difficult to get this. You can get the student version of this Navis works and this Navisworks and the MS projects. MS projects, we are students, if we are university students, we can get this updated versions, project professional 2021 or 19, you can easily get. I think 19 is available for the so university students, you can get down. And Navisworks and this Navisworks also, you can get the student version. So if you can, I'll give you the student version link. So for that, you have to log in your university mail and have to download that. And also I will give that normal way to send. I think I will give that at this moment. I think it is difficult to get those at this moment. So, but I can give you to through this email. So I think you are already, if you are registered, that emails are available with this the coordinator of the course coordinator. So I'll send him this all kind of, so we will email you today night or tomorrow morning. So better you get download those softwares and install. And with that only, and also before next, I think next sessions we are going to next Sunday, before the next Sunday at Friday or Saturday, before Friday or Saturday, I will give the slides. That means the slides, especially what are the things we are going to do in this MS project Primavera. Also, before going to that, what is the theoretical part on that MS project and Primavera regarding the project planning and controlling. So better if you have just, if you install the softwares and you can just open that slides and the PDF, and you can just check with that PDF with this MS project. So while we are doing that, you can easily do that, because if you take much of times, because within 2 hours, and also we have only 10 sessions within that time, or 10 or 12. Today's session is not that we are not kind of, after that, from the next sessions on, we are going to conduct within 10 sessions, we are going to complete that our part. So during that time, because we planned, so this is May 29. So we actually are going to start from the June. That means from the June 1st, we are going to June, July, August. Last week we are going to complete. So that is our main plan. So that's why I'm giving the slides. So better if you can, if you get the time before coming to the next lectures, download the softwares and work according to the slides. So then once I gave here, and once I give that drawings and the 3D, you can easily easily, and if you have any clarifications or doubts, you can ask me, and you can quickly complete that part. So if you quickly complete this 2D part, then we can go to the 3D quickly, 4 to 5 seconds, because in MS Project Prima, we have number of areas we have to cover. The planning stage, and also how to controlling and the monitoring and the tracking. So number of things we have to do. So we need more time. So for that, I'm expecting support from you. That's why I plan to give you the slides and the softwares in earlier. So if you get prepared and come, we can easily complete that. Yes, some of you send your mail, so I can send you. I can send the all softwares links, and also the methods for. I think mainly is 5, and with the time sending to, if anyone don't have this AutoCAD and that Revit. And another thing is your computer. So I think it is not it. I am also using 2 computers for this, because for running these 5 to 6 softwares, it is difficult. So I am using this i5 to sometime, and i7 for the Navisworks and Bexel managers, other softwares. Otherwise, it is very difficult to work. So consider about your computers also. You can install, and for the learning purpose you can install and use. For the i3 also you can install and use. For if you are practicing continuously and you doing the number of drawings, in that time you have to just thinking about your capability of the computer capacity. Special requirement for the Navisworks and the Excel managers and the Revit, you need a good computer and a good process to work easily. uh, so that's the things. If you have any other problems, so if you can now please give your email address to the chat box, I can send you the link. Today onwards I can send, and I will on the Friday or Thursday, please check your mails. In that day I will send you the slides uh, for the Sunday session, next sessions. And if you can just send me a reminder on Friday, so on the Friday night I can send that slides. Definitely I'll send before without it. So, and do we have any other requirements? So I'm earlier told that, so this is the way we are going to. So can you see the screen, this Word file? Also I'll share this the course modules, that means the course content. So if you have any to think the task, that means if you need to add some many other things, so if you have to reduce or modify this course, you can mention me by email or the personal email, also the chat you can send me. So from that, because we can change the lectures type according to your understanding level, because our main requirement then complete these lectures and finish it in the 3 months. We give you a very clear idea about these modules. Otherwise there is no use. You have to give a clear idea. Based on that idea, get the you have to practice, and that's why we are planning to give that all kind of documents and the videos and everything to you to learn, because it is very difficult to grab this all source of pairs at once and using that. So but these slideshows and this PDF and these videos will help you to use, because the time to time, for according to requirement, you can use. So if you have any idea while doing our lectures, if you have any idea, if you have any doubt, or if you have any modifications on these lectures, you can tell that, because this is the first time that we are doing that. I'm also doing that four softwares in a one times, because other than that, just going and telling some only regarding a one software only for 2 to 3 months. So it is very difficult to teach a four softwares in a one platform. And it is so good for you, because don't think that it is difficult, because it's good for you, without wasting this money for each and every software, so nearly 10 to 15,000. It is easy to learn these all softwares in a one platform, and with basic idea you can do the self studies. So even myself also, when I did this online course on this Excel manager and this Navisworks and this Primavera, but after once I complete the questions, most of the time I'm again grab my knowledge and identify through these online resources in the YouTube as well as other resources. And in the YouTube also number of videos are available, but we will mention you we'll recommend some kind of videos only, because if you are try to search in the YouTube, it's difficult to find what is the better one, or what is the video is you need. So we will recommend what is the videos and what are the videos that is good for you in the future practice. So that's all. So I think did all you send your email address? Any pending? So here I will send my email address. If anyone not receive that email address, please, so that all softwares link and the installation guide, please send me a mail. This is my mail address. So I think this is my email address. So if anyone couldn't send me your email address to this chat box, please send a message to this mail. So then I can send you this link and a PDF. I think that PDF and everything settled through the course coordinator. We can send that. These things I will send that. So if you don't have any problems with this, we can uh, stop our lessons today, and we can start on from officially we can start from June 5th.